What the heck is Metro Atlanta anyway? All right, here's the deal, folks. If you've landed on this page, it's because you're probably looking to move to the Metro Atlanta area. And that can be very confusing if you're coming from a place that doesn't have a giant metro area like the city of Atlanta. So I'm about to take you on a quick tour. Specifically, I'm going to be talking about the North Metro Atlanta real estate market, but I want to show you what they refer to when they talk about the Metro Atlanta area. Come on, let's take a quick look. All right, so let's go online and let's ask Google what is considered Metro Atlanta, and let's see what answers come up. What is considered Metro Atlanta? Let's scroll down and let me see this first. So according to Google and this website here, AtlantaRealEstateForum.com, the Metro Atlanta area is made up of 29 counties, folks. That is massive. But I want you to see something else here, something else that's really interesting, because I pulled up this other website all about the Atlanta region. And check this out. These guys only list like 13 or 14 counties on their website right here, right? So they're showing this map right over here. And then if you go a little bit further down their website, they actually reference the 11 county region. So these guys are saying that Metro Atlanta is 11 counties. But wait, it gets a little bit weirder. So I went to Emory University, well respected, went to their website. They say it's made up of 28 counties. So what is the Metro Atlanta area? So let's take a quick trip into the MLS, and I'm going to show you guys around the MLS in the Metro Atlanta area, specifically the North Metro, where I actually do most of my business. And just to give you a better idea of where that is, let me pull that map back up right there. You can see the city of Atlanta is right over here, right in the center. And then we are located right up here in Gwinnett County and a little bit outside there in Hall County. So I'll show you a little bit of that. As you can see, Gwinnett County is massive, and I can very comfortably say it's possibly, if not the most popular county in the whole Metro Atlanta area. And then we actually work in Gwinnett and Hall County predominantly. We do some business in Forsyth as well, and then you'll see Barrow County over to that side there too. So let me pull up the MLS and let's get this thing started. I want to show you guys around. So here we are in my MLS, my multiple listing service here in the Atlanta market. I've already typed in the city of Atlanta right there. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the map and see what comes up. Now it's going to tell me that there's way too many, right? There's too many listings for it to show us. But I wanted to bring up this map real quick. Again, here's the center. Here's Atlanta. Right up here where you see Lawrenceville, Snellville, Suwanee, Duluth, Buford. This is Gwinnett County. That's where I told you it's probably the most popular. Now, here's what I'll tell you. You know, Buford and Suwanee are considered part of the Metro Atlanta. They're in Gwinnett County. However, all the way down here on this side, this is considered Metro Atlanta. Marietta is considered Metro Atlanta. If we go down even deeper, we get to Stockbridge down here. That's also considered Metro Atlanta. And here's what I'll tell you, folks, from Stockbridge right over here, all the way up to Buford in this area where I live and where we do a lot of business, you're looking at least an hour and a half, if not more, of a drive. Depending on Atlanta traffic, you could be 2 hours plus. So the Metro Atlanta area is absolutely massive. The city is huge, the area around it is huge, and it just keeps pushing out further and further. And what I consider the Metro Atlanta area is actually continuing to grow and push out even further. So these days you've got Loganville, you've got Bethlehem, Winder, Auburn, all of these places, Brazelton, up here, Flowery Branch, Oakwood, Gainesville. You can see how far Gainesville is from Atlanta. However, if you're somebody who doesn't mind a commute, you could be in Gainesville and still work in Atlanta, and it would take you about 45 minutes to an hour to get down there, which isn't that terrible. And you actually find quite a few people who do that because, well, let's face it, the further you get from the center of the city, the more house you're gonna get for your money. And I wanna show you guys what that looks like here in just a second. So let me go back to my criteria here real quick. And let's start with Atlanta. All right, so let's start with what's on the market in actual Atlanta. So 1,445 homes, that's kind of a lot. We're gonna wanna narrow that down so we can see a little bit better, but let's start at the top there. And you know what? We're gonna go ahead and we're going to, we're gonna sort this by price, starting with the most expensive first. And then right away we see what appears to be the most expensive home in Atlanta, which is coming in at, I don't know, just $46.8 million. Boy, we got to take a quick look at this thing, right? So look at this. My goodness, folks, that is an absolute palace. My goodness. Yeah, that's insanity right there. $46.8 million. I don't know anybody personally who can afford that. Look at this thing. It looks like a museum. It looks like a museum inside. You gotta love it, man. You got to love it. You know, hashtag goals. Someday we'll get there. So yeah, that is undoubtedly going to be the most expensive home in Atlanta right there, $46 million. So we can see that it's 17,000 square feet. That's right over there. We're coming in at $2,600 a square foot, 18.5 acres. And my goodness, if we click on the little thing right there, it's going to show us the map exactly where it is. So as we zoom out a little bit, we'll see that it's actually like right on the edge of Atlanta, almost dipping out into the metro, not quite. So we see Atlanta downtown right there, and then we see this $46 million home right there. So let's find something that's actually a little bit more reasonable that most people can actually, you know, get into. I'll let you guys look at it. Well, let's take another quick look. $16 million, because I'm curious, and I know you guys are curious too. Let's have a look at this one. 16 million. I don't know. I mean, it's nice, but it's not like that $46 million house, right? $16 million. Whew, look at that. All right. We're not going to spend any more time on that. Let's dig into this a little bit deeper. Let's get into average, right? So if we were looking at what's an average home in Atlanta, well, let's scroll. Let's get out of these millions because obviously these are well above average. So let's go down a little bit. Quite a few homes in the multi-million dollar range. I've got to go to page 4 of my MLS just to get below the $1 million mark in Atlanta. Now, I told you guys a few seconds ago that, you know, the further out of the city you get, the more house you're going to get. So let's take a look, because we just sold $1 million house out here in Flowery Branch. Let's take a look at what $1 million listing looks like in Atlanta. All right. So first thing I'm going to tell you, I noticed this right off the bat, 2,200 square feet, okay? Built in 1929, 0.2230 acres right over there. And then we're gonna pull up the photos and we see that it is in fact a very, very small, very old home. Not a bad home, looks like a nice home. And I'm gonna bet when I pull up the map here in just a second, plenty of upgrades, looks really good. Let's pull up the map though and see what it does. So, oh no, let's pull up the map. Let's get that centered, let's zoom out. And of course, look, downtown Atlanta's right there, Midtown, Atlantic Station. You got all these great areas, great neighborhoods, tons of shops and all sorts of stuff. And then boom, you're right over there, right in the thick of it. So $1 million, 2,200 square foot home. Let's see what else is going for $1 million. So we got another one just underneath it here on Peyton Road. And this one, again, 1,300 square feet. And you know, they're just not even trying on this one. This looks like Google Maps. So I'm gonna guess that the value here is in the land, not in the house, which is why they didn't really put a whole lot into those photos. But we scroll out and again, we see downtown Atlanta, just a quick jump right down the road. So that's kind of what you're looking at, man. When you get down into Atlanta, let's go a little deeper, right? Let's see what the more attainable homes look like, because, you know, still $1 million is way outside most people's price range. In fact, let me take you to what I consider to be an average price home in the metro area, North Metro area, where we do a lot of business. And that's right here in the 550 to 500 range. So let's just pick one at random here. We've got this one at $530,000. So we've got 2,900 square feet. Okay, not bad, decent size. As we scroll through, you know what? I didn't pick a real good one here because the photos aren't real good. So let's just see what the next one looks like. Maybe they did better with the photos. Here's another one, $530,000, 2,500 square feet, built in 2006, We call that a postage stamp lot. It's 0.11 acres. It's barely over a tenth of an acre, but let's see the house and let's see what we're working with here. Nice, cute little house. Very normal, very average, hardwood floors. Paint looks somewhat fresh. A little bit of granite countertops, open concept. People like that sort of thing. Cabinets are a little dated, but that's okay. Paint colors are somewhat modern, not terrible. So this is $530,000, and let's have a quick look. Just gonna scroll through real fast. Master bathroom, all right, not bad. There's your closet, loft, bedrooms, okay. 2,500 square feet, $530,000. All right, so are you getting an idea yet? Are you getting a picture of what is happening in the metro Atlanta area? And then if y'all want to dive a little bit deeper even and just say, hey, well what do you get for, less than $500,000? Well, let's have a look. Let's dive a little bit deeper here. Let's go into, there you go, the 325 range. Let's see what this looks like. I'm gonna pick another one because that one doesn't look like it has professional photos. All right, so this one's built in 1940, 1,395 square feet. Let's hit the map on it real quick. Let's pull out of there, and looks like we're on the south side of Atlanta. So prices are gonna be a little bit lower down there, not quite as favorable as being on the north side with all the other stuff that's happening up there, but not a terrible house. Looks pretty modern, pretty well updated. My guess is it probably might be a flip house. I don't know. But anyway, that's what you get in Atlanta proper. Now, let's go back and let's do a quick search of, let's go into Gwinnett County. So I'm going to search by Gwinnett because I told you guys that Gwinnett is one of the largest and most popular counties in the metro Atlanta area. So I'm going to hit that button right there. And then we're going to sort this by price as well. And we see right off the bat, we do have a $10 million home in Gwinnett, 5,000 square feet, 42 acres in Lawrenceville. I'm going to bet that it's probably a nice home. However, you're paying for the acreage when it comes to this particular property because the home isn't that big, but the acreage has tons and tons of value. And then of course, we've got this 11,000 square foot house, $6.8 million in, this one's in Swanee. So Swanee, let's see. Is it in a neighborhood here in Swanee? Subdivision, no subdivision, 11 acres and 11,000 square feet. So look, y'all, if you don't know about Swanee, it is a very popular, very nice area, high-end area, lots of big homes, lots of great subdivisions. This is rare. You find a house like this that's this big, sitting on this much land. Look at this, my goodness, 6-car garage. That's what you're paying here. That's why you're paying this astronomical price. It's a big house, but it's also a gigantic piece of land in a very, very desirable area. So let's scroll down a little bit and see how quickly the numbers change. We get down to $1 million real quick in Gwinnett County, but I'm gonna take you guys down into the 500s, which is considered pretty average for this area. So let me get one more page over. And let's go right here into the 550 range. And let's see what we're working with. So Brookwood Plantation, Brookwood School District, we've got 4,200 square feet, built in 1986. Looks like a pretty nice house, big, lots of space. Looks like it's been freshly painted. Might be a flip job, we're not sure. But this is what you're gonna get for $500,000 in Gwinnett County, very, very standard. You got about 4,000 square feet of finished space here. We go to the next one, 2,900 square feet. This one's in Savannah subdivision, and well, the pictures are terrible, so we're not gonna look at that one. All right, here's my piece. I don't care where you guys are coming from on YouTube, right? I don't care what city, what state. Make sure that the agent you hire, make sure that they're using professional photographers. It's the least they can do. My goodness, you're paying them thousands of dollars to sell your home. The least they can do is hire a professional. All right, that's my public service announcement for the day. This one clearly hired a professional, nice photos. I like what I see here. So let's get right into it. We didn't look at it. All right, 2,500 square feet above grade. We've got an unfinished basement, 1,260 square feet below. We've got 0.4, almost half an acre in the Morning View subdivision in Swanee, listed at $550,000. Looks pretty nice. Looks like the paint's probably fresh. Looks like the hardwood floors. Looks like two different kind of hardwood floors flowing into there. I'm not a big fan of that, but hey, to each their own. It is what it is. We'll just keep moving. We'll keep moving. This is like pretty, again, standard, typical, very representative of what you're going to get in Gwinnett County, in the Metro Atlanta area. Now, what I should say about this, folks, is every neighborhood's going to be different. So a lot of this depends on the actual neighborhood and the actual subdivision itself. Some neighborhoods have swimming pools, tennis courts, walking trails. Some have little lakes and ponds and all sorts of things going on in there. So all of those things come into play when we're looking at pricing. And then there's also the quality of homes. You've got some neighborhoods where you've got a 3,000 square foot home that's worth $600,000. Then you've got some neighborhoods where that 3,000 square foot home is only worth $400,000. And the biggest differences in those homes typically is the build quality and the level of upgrades and updates that were put inside of those homes. So just keep that in mind as you're looking. And I just got to tell y'all, I know it can be confusing, especially looking at an area as absolutely large as the Metro Atlanta area. When we go back to that map, I mean, again, look at the size of this area. If you work in Atlanta, I mean, the population from up here in Flowery Branch all the way down to Atlanta, so many people. And this is the area that we generally will work. Because we live up here in the Flowery Branch area, we will work Buford, Brazelton, we'll go up into Oakwood, Gainesville, out in the Cumming Market. We've got Alpharetta covered, we've got Johns Creek covered, Big Creek, Duluth, Berkeley Lake, Norcross. Like, we will travel. However, when we get inside the perimeter, and what they call the perimeter, that's 285 right over here. So when we get inside of the perimeter, we typically don't go in there. And the reason is, A, it's kind of far, there's a lot of traffic, and we just don't really know the area that well. Because again, for me to get from where I live up here in Flowery Branch down inside the perimeter, that's a good 45 minute to an hour drive. And there is so much business. There's so many homes buying and selling every single day, every single year up in our area. There's just no need for us to go into the actual Atlanta market. So if you're looking in this area, if you're in the Sugar Hill, Cumming, Buford, Flowery Branch, Brazelton, all the different areas that I just mentioned on this map, we are the agents for you. We'd love to help you out with that. If you've got questions, click the link in our About page on YouTube, and you can actually schedule a free Zoom call with us. We're happy to get online. We're happy to talk through everything with you. If you're thinking of moving to this area, I promise you, that would be a really, really valuable call. We moved here from Ohio back in 2008. We didn't have that call with anybody. We just had to figure it out ourselves. And when we first moved here, we actually lived out here. Where did it go on the map? My goodness, I'm lost on my own map. We actually lived out here in the Cumming area, right out here. And it was a really nice area, but we had a bunch of family and a bunch of people out here in the Brazelton market. After a couple of years, we left Cumming, we moved to Brazelton. We actually moved to Buford first, then to Brazelton. Now we're in Flowery Branch. We just didn't know the areas that well. And I'm telling you, if you want to have a Zoom call, I'm happy to do it. My brother Bob's happy to do it. No charge, no obligation. Let's get together for 20 or 30 minutes, ask your questions, and really prep you for your move to the Metro Atlanta market. If we're the right agents for you because you're moving to an area that we work, awesome. We'd love to help you out with that. If you're moving somewhere that's too far for us, we will place you with a great agent that will take really, really great care of you. All right, y'all, thanks for watching as usual. If y'all are thinking about moving tomorrow, next week, or next year, we want to be a resource for you. So reach out to us. All of our information's in the video description. And don't forget, we are the Georgia Property Brothers, and we're always here to help because for us, it's more than business, it's family. Y'all have a great day. Thanks for watching.